Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chrissy and you're watching Chrissy's Craft Room. So today I'm going to show you how to create your own design in Design Space, cut it out with the Cricut and apply it to your t-shirt. We're going to work on a cute Halloween design today. If this is something that you would like to see, then stay tuned and keep on watching. Okay, first things first, let's go ahead and switch the camera around so you can see how to create your own design in Design Space. So I've turned the camera around facing the computer so you guys can see what I'm doing here. And what we're gonna do is create a cute little pumpkin Halloween fall shirt. And what I'm planning on doing today is the cutest pumpkin in the patch. So I'm gonna start by typing in what I want it to say. First thing you're gonna do is open up Design Space, and once you have your Design Space opened, you're going to click on text. You're gonna see that there's a text box that opens up on the bottom, and in there you can write whatever you want it to say. So I'm gonna type in, I'm the cutest pumpkin in the patch. So now that I have what I want to say all typed out, I'm gonna go on the top here where you see it says alignment, and I like to center my font. So it goes ahead and it centers everything for you. And then once I've centered it, so if you highlight the text, when you go to the left hand side of your screen where it says font, and you click the arrow, it'll bring a drop down where you can see all the fonts that you have. So I already know what font I'd like to use, which is a system font. And system fonts are fonts that you download on the computer, and I like to download my fonts from thefont.com. Melanie, that's the name of the font. So now I'm gonna connect all my letters. So the steps to do this is you wanna highlight your text, go to the right hand side of your screen, click ungroup. It'll ungroup all the letters for you, and then you can bring them in together so that they are connecting. With cursive letters, you always want to have them connecting. There are some people that do not connect their cursive letters. That is incorrect. Some people say they like it better that way. However, that's not how you use cursive letters. You always want to have them connected. Now, I know that people don't learn cursive in school anymore, but this is how you do it. So you want to highlight all of your letters, your individual letters, and you want to slowly, without moving their location, over to connect to the previous letter. So I'm just gonna go and do that. And once I have the word connected and it looks nice and I like the way it is, I go down to the right hand side of my screen and I weld it. Welding basically is when you weld the letters together and now it's one word. So when you go to the right hand, you will see how the other texts that are not welded are individual, and the Cricut will see it as individual and will cut it out individual letter by letter. However, when you weld it, it sees it as one word and it'll cut it as one word. So I'm gonna go and just connect all my letters, and I'll be right back to show you what it looks like once it's all welded together. So we're back, and I weld all my letters, put them all together, and now I'm going to show you how to add an image. I want to weld these words, so I'm just going to do that really quickly with the weld button on the bottom. This I already welded. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to add a pumpkin, and I want to slice the word pumpkin inside the actual pumpkin so that I can put it on a shirt, and I'm going to show you what I mean right now. Okay, so I have my words all ready to go. It's all welded the way that I want it to look. So now I'm gonna go to the left hand side of the screen, and I'm going to go to images, because I'm going to use a stock image that is in Cricut already. So once you're in your image folder, you're gonna go to the top right hand side of the screen where it says search, and I'm gonna just type in pumpkin. So here you can see, once you type in pumpkin, you have a bunch of images that are already in Design Space ready for you to use. Now I have a monthly account with Cricut where I have access to certain fonts and images that other people that might not be subscribed to Cricut don't have. So right here where you see the little A, that means that I have access to it because I pay monthly to have access to these images. So basically what I'm going to do now is just look to see which pumpkin I want to use for my shirt. Now I really like, I think since I want to slice it, I'm going to use the most basic pumpkin I can find that I think is gonna work best for the shirt. So I'm gonna go back up because I seen a pumpkin here that I really like, and it's this one. So once you click on it, it's gonna highlight the image, and I'm gonna put insert image down at the bottom, and then it's gonna insert it into my mat. You see? So now it automatically inserted it onto my canvas here. So the second thing I want to do now is I want the word pumpkin to be sliced in the actual pumpkin. So I have my pumpkin here. What I'm going to do is make the words a little bit smaller so that I can fit in the image. I want to bring the words to the front of the I want to bring the words so that it's in front of the pumpkin. So I'm going to go to the top, arrange, move to the front. See? So now it moves the image to the back and the letters and the words to the front of your pumpkin. So I'm going to make it smaller so that it fits exactly inside the pumpkin, because like I said, I'm going to slice it. So I'm going to center it, align, center horizontally, and it centers it in the pumpkin right where it should be. Let me see. I think I want the word a little bit bigger. Yep, there we go. Now, see, I think that looks perfect. Now, to slice it, you want to highlight both images, the text and the pumpkin together. You can see here that it's grayed out, which means that they're both selected. And then I'm going to go on the right hand down at the bottom and click slice. Now what this does is exactly what it says. It slices my lettering in the actual pumpkin itself. So now you can see that the word pumpkin is cut out within the pumpkin itself. So now I'm going to line up my pumpkin with the words. I'm gonna bring this image to the front because I believe I'm going to overlap my letters. Same as this one, we're gonna bring it to the front. And now I want to center the whole image. So I am highlighting everything, align, and centering it. So there, I have my image. I want to move it down a little bit more. Okay, so there you go. Alright guys, so that's how I created my image in Design Space. This is the image that I'm going to cut out and put on my shirt for my daughter. So really right now I want to make sure that I have the right size, which is 5.5 wide by 5 almost and a half height, which I think is going to fit perfectly on my daughter's shirt. She fits a size 4T. Now what you want to do is send your image to the mat. So you're going to click Make It. Now that your image is on the mat, you always want to make sure for iron-on that you mirror your image always. Both images have to be mirrored or else it's going to come out incorrectly on your shirt, on your vinyl, and you're going to have to throw it away because when you cut it out on the Cricut, if it's not mirrored, it's not going to look right. It's going to look backwards on the shirt. So our images are mirrored. Now I'm going to click Continue. And I'm going to gather my supplies and I'm going to show you how I cut it out on the Cricut and apply it to the shirt. Let's jump into cutting out our design and putting it on the shirt. So first things first, you want to go and grab your supplies. So I have pumpkin colored heat transfer vinyl from Cricut, and then I have just regular gold heat transfer vinyl. Now that I have my supplies, I also have the shirt that I'm going to be using, which I decided to go with a black shirt today. It's a size 4. I have my image on the screen. Now to send it to your Cricut, you want to go here on the right hand side where it says Make It. It's a big green button. So you click on Make It. When you click on the Make It button, it will send it to an image on your screen that is looks like your Cricut mat. So this is how it's gonna be on your Cricut mat. Now for iron-on, you always want to mirror your image like I said before. So we're gonna go ahead and mirror our image. Once we got that mirrored, we're gonna go click Continue. And now it's connecting to the Cricut Maker, which is the one that I'm gonna be using today. Okay, so now I'm going to click on iron-on. For the first image that we're gonna cut, it is just a regular iron-on gold, so there's no need to change the settings. I'm just gonna click iron-on. But when we do get to the pumpkin part, since I want to do glitter, I am gonna have to change the settings for that one and change it to glitter so that it can cut a little bit deeper, because with glitter HTV, it is thicker, so you're gonna need a deeper cut. So you want to make sure that you change the settings in your Design Space so that it cuts appropriately, and again, you won't have to redo it and you won't be wasting any vinyl or making any mistakes. So now that we have everything ready to go, I'm just gonna lay my vinyl down on the mat and get it cut out for you guys so we can apply it on the t-shirt. Alright, so I have my vinyl. What I'm going to do now is cut out the appropriate size that I need. So for the gold, the size that I need is 3 inches by 11 inches. So I have my scissor here, and I also have my ruler, which helps me cut out the appropriate size so that I'm not wasting any vinyl when I'm doing this, because I hate wasting vinyl. So yeah. I'm just gonna go and cut that out right now. Alright guys, so I went ahead and moved the camera down so you can see what I'm doing just a little bit better. I'm just cutting out the vinyl now to the correct size that I need, measuring out my piece and cutting it out. And that's what I'm going to be doing with both colors that I have here, the gold and the pumpkin color glitter vinyl. So now that I've got both pieces cut out, I'm going to place my vinyl on the mat, shiny side down. For heat transfer vinyl, you always want to make sure that you place the shiny side down on your mat so that it cuts correctly, and it also helps you transfer your image onto your shirts or whatever other apparel you're going to be using. Now that I've got it on my mat, we're going to walk on over to my Cricut so you can see how it cuts it out. It's pretty simple. Just press the flashing buttons and the Cricut does the work for you. Well, once you've got your images all cut out on the Cricut, you're going to go and weed out your image very carefully so that you don't make any mistakes. So what I'm doing now is weeding out the letters from the inside of the pumpkin so that the color of the shirt will show through my pumpkin and you'll see the letters in the color of the shirt. So that's basically what I'm doing now. And you want to make sure that you do it really carefully so that you don't rip your vinyl and it looks perfect. So I'm finishing up weeding this image and I'm going to show you now what it looks like. So that's what it looks like when it's all weeded out. Super pretty. And yeah, there you have your image. Nice cut out, ready to be pressed on the shirt. Alright, so I went ahead and moved the camera closer to my heat press. I have my shirt on the heat press. It's set to 300. It's already set and ready to go, so I just warm up my shirt. Once it's warmed up, then I grab the first design I'm going to put on, which is cutest. I'm going to line it up and see exactly where I want it, and then I'm going to press it on the shirt. So once I got it lined up exactly where I want it, I close my heat press and I have mine set for 20 seconds. So we wait for the 20 seconds to finish and then open it up. And the vinyl that I chose to use is actually a cool peel. So I have to wait for the shirt to cool down, for the vinyl to cool down before I can peel up the transfer sheet, or the vinyl is going to just pull up with it. So you'll see me fanning the shirt and waiting for the shirt to cool down so I can finally peel it off. I'm not a fan of cool peels because I'm just impatient and I like to be able to peel it up and move on to the next. But I ended up buying this vinyl because it was a good deal. And it works fine. It's just I'm a little bit impatient when it comes to cool pressing. So I'm lining up my glitter vinyl now, making sure it's exactly where I want it and centered in the shirt. And then I'm going to close the heat press and wait another 20 seconds before I can peel up the transfer sheet. Luckily, the glitter heat transfer vinyl is not a cool peel, so you can see how easily it's just I'm able to peel it up without having to wait. It's just a quicker application. I'm lining up the third part of my design onto the shirt, closing up the heat press again and waiting another 20 seconds. again with the cool peel vinyl. So I have to once again cool the shirt down, cool the vinyl down before I can peel it all up. But once I get the transfer sheet peeled up, I'm going to do another final press on the total image. And there you have it, a completed shirt. Perfect for any pumpkin patch or fall harvest for this season. So yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. This is what the shirt looks like. If you have any recommendations or comments, please let me know in the comment section down below. I'll be sure to list everything that I used today in this video in my description so you guys can check it out. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a big thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already, and hit that notification bell so you can be alerted every time I upload a new video. Thank you guys for coming back to my channel. I am so happy that you joined us today. We will see you again soon. Thank you so much for coming by. I love you. Mwah.